Welcome to the Pennacle Gas Treating Bethel plant. It's the intention of this orientation to give a brief overview of the facility and to ensure your awareness of the safety requirements to enter and work in the plant. The Bethel Gas Treating Facility is a natural gas processing plant located in Anderson County, Texas. The plant processes gas from Anderson, Freestone, Leon, and Robertson counties with over 320 miles of pipeline. Natural gas entering the plant first passes through a slug catcher and filter separator in order to remove free liquid and particulates. The gas is then stripped of CO2 and H2S by an amine unit. Before leaving the facility through the sales station, the gas passes through a triethylene glycol unit to reduce the moisture content. Natural gas leaving the plant will have less than 4 ppm H2S and 2% CO2. H2S and CO2, which were removed by the amine unit, is extracted from the amine at the still and then sent to one or more of the low-cat units, which convert H2S into powdered sulfur. The facility is regulated by OSHA's Process Safety Management, otherwise known as PSM standards. Process Safety Management is a program in which certain facilities fall under due to the amount of highly hazardous chemicals or, as in Pinnacle's case, flammables on site. The PSM program was put into regulations in order to prevent or minimize the consequences of a catastrophic release of toxic, reactive, flammable, or explosive chemicals by implementing various rules and regulations for facilities. These regulations include, but are not limited to, contractor management, work control programs such as permit to work and hot work permits, operating procedures, hazard communication, and training requirements. All visitors to the Pennacle plant must make signing in their first priority when arriving at the facility. During normal hours, the sign-in book will be located in the front office as you enter the door. During evenings, weekends, or holidays, the sign-in book will be located in the control room. All truck traffic is required to enter using the back gate further down the road from the entrance. In times of major construction or activity at the plant, all personnel may be required to enter by using the back gate and signing in with a gate guard. A sign will be posted at the main plant entrance when all personnel should enter the facility from the back gate. Upon leaving the facility for any reason, you will need to sign out of the logbook. This should be the first stop when arriving at the facility and the last stop when leaving. The logbook is a crucial tool in the case of an emergency for tracking who is in the plant and who has already been evacuated. Please help to ensure your own safety and that of Pennacle employees by assuring to sign in and sign out every time. Various hazards are associated with the process at the Bethel Gas Treating Facility. Some of those hazards present are hydrogen sulfide, sulfur dioxide, high pressures, various chemicals of the process, tripping hazards, and high temperatures. Chemicals. Pennacle Gas Treating uses several different chemicals in the process, some of which can be harmful. Before handling any chemical, consult with a Pennacle Gas Treating employee to determine what the chemical is and proper safety measures and PPE to use while handling. Safety data sheets for each chemical are located in the control room. Any contractor must supply Pennacle Gas Treating the safety data sheet for any chemicals being brought into the plant. Portable eye wash stations are located throughout the plant, and a fixed eye wash shower station is located at all low-cat units. In the event of exposure to any chemicals in the plant, notify an employee of Pennacle Gas Treating immediately. Fire and explosion. The Bethel gas treating facility contains natural gas and other chemicals which could pose a fire or explosion hazard in the case of a leak or release. H2S. Hydrogen sulfide, or H2S, is a colorless, toxic gas with a rotten egg odor in low concentrations. This toxic gas presents a significant health hazard by paralyzing the respiratory system, resulting in serious injury or death. H2S is highly flammable and is heavier than air, making it able to travel to a point of ignition and flash back to the source. The offensive odor of hydrogen sulfide is unreliable as a warning signal for hazardous exposure concentrations due to the gas causing a loss of sense of smell in higher concentrations. A current H2S card must be provided to the plant, and anyone required to work in an H2S environment above 10 ppm must be in a respiratory program and have a current fit test record. PPE. Personal protective equipment, or PPE, must be used in all areas of the facility. Minimum requirements of PPE include hard hats, safety glasses, steel toe boots, personal H2S monitors, and fire-resistant clothing, or FRCs, which consist of pants, long-sleeve shirts, and any other outer garment with a minimum of FRC2 rating. Additional PPE includes hearing protection, safety shield, rubber boots, gloves, etc., and may be required depending on the type of work to be performed. All of this equipment is to be supplied by the contractor. Drug and alcohol policy. Pennacle Gas Treating is a drug-free workplace. The purpose of this policy is to ensure the safety of all personnel. This policy applies to all employees, contractors, and temporary workers. Substances covered under this policy include alcohol, illegal drugs, inhalants, as well as prescription and over-the-counter drugs, which could impair judgment. We reserve the right to inspect our premises for these substances. We reserve the right to conduct alcohol and drug tests at any time. We may terminate your employment if you violate this policy, refuse to be tested, or provide false information. Warning signs and tags. This facility incorporates various signs to serve as warnings or instruction. These signs may include notification of areas requiring hearing protection or face shields, delivery truck traffic instructions, clearance indicators, speed limits, chemical warning labels, and more. Please pay close attention to all signs and warning labels in the facility. Communication in the plant. At least one person in a work group must have a two-way radio to provide communication with the plant control room. These radios will be provided by Pennacle Gas Treating, and it is the responsibility of the contract supervisor or his designee to ensure the radio is cared for and returned to the control room each day. Permit to work. Any work being performed inside the red border on the plant aerial photo must have a work permit issued before beginning. Go to the control room to request a work permit. The process area of the plant is designated as Class 1 Division 2 electrical classification. The yellow border on the aerial photo signifies the Class 1 Division 2 areas of the facility. The electrical classification drawing in the control room gives a more accurate depiction of what exactly is considered Class 1 Division 2. Hot work. Any work being done inside the Class 1 Division 2 areas which may produce a spark requires a hot work permit to be issued. Any equipment which is non-intrinsically safe may not be used inside the Class 1 Division 2 area without a hot work permit. These devices include, but are not limited to, cell phones, motor vehicles, grinders, welders, electric drills, or flashlights. Smoking is only allowed outside the red border of the aerial photo of the plant. Please dispose of butts appropriately. Lockout tagout. Pinnacle Gas Treating employees and any contractor in the facility must make use of a lockout tagout program when working on equipment which could potentially release stored energy and cause personal injury, or a release of any hazardous substance. Driving rules. No vehicles are allowed inside the Class 1 Division II area without a hot work permit. These areas have been marked with traffic cones throughout the facility. Please obey posted speed limits throughout the facility. Sirens and alarms. The Bethel facility is equipped with H2S sirens and evacuation horns. H2S monitors throughout the facility continuously monitor for H2S. In the event that two monitors sense 10 ppm H2S or above, sirens will go off and amber lights will flash. When two or more monitors read 20 ppm H2S or above, this will also include a chirping siren, red flashing lights, and a plant shutdown will occur. The evacuation alarm consists of momentary air horn blasts. Emergency procedure. In the event that any of the alarms are activated or any other threat to life or health exists, contractors and visitors are to evacuate the area immediately by walking briskly up and crosswind to one of the designated briefing areas. Briefing areas are depicted on the aerial photo by blue rectangles. Always note the wind direction by using the numerous windsocks located throughout the plant, and travel across the wind and away from the suspected point of release. Go immediately to the briefing area located upwind from the potential leak and wait for further instructions. For your safety and the safety of Pinnacle Gas employees, do not leave the briefing area unless directed by a Pinnacle Gas Treating employee. Do not go back into the plant. All personnel will be accounted for by using the sign-in book located in the front office or guard shack, so please be sure to sign in and sign out. Plant personnel only are permitted to return to the affected area once they are wearing proper breathing equipment to solve or remedy the problem or render aid. Reporting an emergency or hazardous condition. As a contractor or visitor, in the event of a release or other possible threat to life or health, proceed immediately to the designated briefing area upwind of the point of release and notify the control room by radio, alerting Pinnacle employees of the situation. Thank you for attending our orientation. If you have any question about this facility now or at any time, be sure to ask our safety representative, because your safety is important to us.